Grandmaster Sports Handicapper Joe Duffy of OffshoreInsiders.com with your sports betting podcast for Saturday, September the 5th. Your ATS Trends, a broadcast going back to the score phone days of the 1980s. And Joe Duffy's Picks enters the weekend 12-3 with football picks. That goes back to the preseason. NFL, we're going to dominate college football as well. America's only Grandmaster Sports Handicapper, your football specialist. Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com, www.OffshoreInsiders.com. All records are against the spread. Stanford and Northwestern. Stanford 14-6 outside the conference, 31-10 on grass. Northwestern 6-16 overall run, and a pathetic 2-11 at home. UL Monroe at Georgia. The Warhawks of Monroe 3-7 outside the conference. Georgia enters on a modest 4-1 spread run. Virginia and UCLA. UCLA is 7-3 in the month of September. UTEP against Arkansas. UTEP 3-9 on the road. Arkansas is 10-2 overall. Louisville and Auburn. Auburn 4-1 on field turf, 3-7 to the Atlantic Coast Conference. Old Dominion and Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan 15-37 outside the conference, 8-21 overall. Penn State and Temple. Penn State, a perfect 6-0 outside the conference, 17-7 on grass. Temple 4-10 to the Big Ten. Remember, the power more than 620 sports services behind each and every play is on the Master Lock Line, also tracing its roots back to the score phone days. Remember the old 976 Lock Line? That's where the Master Lock Line got its start back in 1980, and it's been winning ever since. Power, 620 sports service beyond each and every play because you get the highest rated plays from the highest rated handicappers in their highest rated sports at a penny on the dollar. Florida Atlantic and Tulsa. Florida Atlantic 16-5 on the road, 24-10 overall. The Golden Hurricanes of Tulsa 3-13 outside the conference. BYU and Nebraska. BYU 3-8 overall and 3-8 outside the conference. Nebraska 6-1 in non-conference contest. Bowling Green and Tennessee. Bowling Green 7-3 on grass. The Volunteers enter on a 5-1 overall run. Now with more college football trends, Arizona State and Texas A&M. Again, we remind you all records are against the spread. Arizona State 1-6 on neutral fields. Texas A&M 3-11 on neutral fields and 1-7 on grass. New Mexico State against Florida. New Mexico State 5-13 outside the conference. Florida 5-13 at home. Texas and Notre Dame. Texas is 1-4 on grass. Notre Dame 1-5 overall. UNLV and Northern Illinois. UNLV 17-43 on the road. The Huskies have dropped 5 out of 6 at home. Georgia Southern and West Virginia. Georgia Southern 12-4 overall run. West Virginia 6-15 games on field turf. By the way, did you get our Southern Conference preview? We got a bunch of conference previews. Go to OffshoreInsiders.com. Click on the links for all kinds of important podcasts you want to hear before placing a bet. It's at OffshoreInsiders.com. See the links, click on them, and win. Texas State and Florida State, by the way, all those podcasts are free. Bobcats are 6-0 on the road, 6-1 outside the conference. FSU enters on an 0-6 skid outside the conference. Wisconsin against Alabama. Alabama 5-12 overall, 3-12 outside of the conference. Mississippi State and Southern Miss. Mississippi State 6-2 overall. Golden Eagles are 0-4 at home. Arkansas State against USC. Arkansas State 2-5 overall. USC 4-9. Remember, for all your handicapping needs, all your best bets, Stevie Vincent is the man who wins with trends and systems more than anyone else. The founder of the revolutionary forensic sports handicapping, Stevie Vincent, his plays are 100% exclusively at offshoreinsiders.com. You can't get them anywhere else. And he's hitting nearly 70% over the last several months. Visit offshoreinsiders.com for the latest details, www.offshoreinsiders.com.